This is how Swede speaks.
Recently, we have seen terrorist attacks in different parts of the world. We have seen it in New Zealand, we have seen it in Nigeria, in Mozambique and in the Netherlands. Of these 4 countries, the terror was Islamic in 3 of them. Only in New Zealand was the terror non-Islamic. So what are the similarities and what are the differences between the terrorist attacks? That's what we will address in this video. Before we get started, I want to thank all of my financial supporters. This is my day job. Without you, this channel would not be possible. So as I said, there have been terrorist attacks recently in different parts of the world, in New Zealand, in Nigeria, in Mozambique and in the Netherlands. All of these attacks were by themselves horrible acts that should be condemned, of course. So let's start with New Zealand. Last Friday, March 15th, a shooter attacked 2 mosques in Christchurch, killing 49 people. In Nigeria, it was reported on March 16th that more than 50 Christians had been killed during that week, and with the 2 previous weeks, in these 3 weeks together, 120 Christians were killed in different attacks. On March 16th, it was also reported that 13 civilians were killed in attacks in the Cabo Delgado province in northern Mozambique. And on March 18th, 3 people died when a terrorist opened fire in a tram in Utrecht in the Netherlands. And these were all horrible news that were hitting the world within just a few days. These are the facts. The similarity between all of these horrible acts is that they were all terrorist attacks fueled by hatred. That's the similarity. What are the differences? The New Zealand shooter, who is an immigrant from Australia, stated in his manifesto that he wanted to kill non-Europeans, by that he meant non-whites, to stop overpopulation and save the environment. He picked the mosques because most Muslims are non-whites and have more children than white New Zealanders. The attackers in Nigeria, in Mozambique and in the Netherlands didn't write their own manifestos. They didn't need to. They already have their terror manuals, the Quran, the Hadiths, and the so-called Prophet Muhammad's own example. Another difference is obviously that the mainstream media prefers to talk about New Zealand rather than Nigeria and Mozambique. The terrorist attacks in Mozambique were actually mentioned in an article in a Swedish mainstream media outlet. Well, that was unexpected. The Netherlands had been mentioned, of course, but the main attention seems to be directed at New Zealand. And you know, let me say this again. I condemn all terrorist attacks. I condemn the attack in New Zealand just like I condemn the attacks in Nigeria, in Mozambique and in the Netherlands. None of these attacks can be defended. With that being said, terrorists like the New Zealand shooter write their own manifestos. They don't have a manual. Islamic terrorists don't need to write any manifestos. They have the Quran, the Hadiths, and Muhammad's own example. The ideology of Islam has inspired terror for 1400 years, and it will keep on inspiring terror as long as there are followers of Islam. We have to understand this. Even without Islam, there would still be terrorism in the world, just a lot less of it, especially if we got rid of Marxism. But we need to realize that Islamic terror is due to the teachings of Islam. Lone wolf terrorists are nut jobs who write their own manifestos. Islamic terrorists are part of worldwide networks. Lone wolf nut job terrorists are not. Both are bad, but Islamic terrorism is the bigger threat. Islamic terrorism is a threat in Europe, but it is also a threat in Africa and in other parts of the world. And that's what I have to say about this. So what do you think? Comment below, and if you like this video, I'd really appreciate any donations. Even $1 makes a difference. If everyone who watched this channel gave $1, it would transform this channel. Just take a look at the links below. But if you really can't financially support this channel, I would be very grateful if you would share a link to one of your favorite videos from this channel on your social media, because ad revenue also helps. Also, make sure to like, subscribe and hit the notification bell. Most importantly, please pray for this channel, and remember to check out my live stream on Saturday at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 10:30 p.m. Central European Time. Yeah, it's 10:30 p.m. Central European Time. Well, due to daylight savings time in America, but it hasn't gotten to Europe yet. So, in any case, until next time, have a nice day, thank you for watching, and God bless.